Alright, folks, so today we're going to do something different, quite different from the usual. Um, so, hi everyone, my name is Michael Amponsa. People have wondered why should we follow this gentleman who comes on our way, and we listen to him quite a little while. We get bored and we have to close the page and move to the next thing because there are more interesting stuff out there. So today's segment, I'm going to really introduce myself to you. So I am Michael Aposa, basically. Yeah, I'm Michael Aposa. From a family of four. Yes, I have a brother and I have two sisters. And what else do you want to know? Okay, so basically both parents are dead. They've gone to be with the Lord. So that is a long and short of it all. Alright, so growing up was very humbling, very humbling. It was exciting. I remember I was in my element back then. It was quite fun. Grew up in a compound house somewhere in the Bubuashi hood, where everybody was family. You could just, everybody can get into your space and tell you what it is. So growing up was quite fun, as innocent as we all were, and we still are. But trust you me, it was fun. I remember exciting moments growing up. It was totally fun because we had lots of friends to talk to. It wasn't like as boring as locking yourself or quelling yourself in your shells. It was that house had lots of children, and even if you're not partaking in one thing or the other, you're just observing something that were funny or that were hilarious or that were challenging. So it was quite interesting. Do I miss it? I miss every bit of it. I miss every part of it. Except for the house that we lived in. I don't miss that one, but then I miss every part of it. I miss all the faces that made sense. I missed running back home to nothing, and we still felt like everything. We didn't have everything there. Yeah, we didn't have everything there, but it made sense. Let me put it that way. It made sense. It made sense too, for one person to simply get into your space and talk to you. We will play games like the Ludus, the Owaris. And it was then where this child will compare to your child, and you write exams and they have to compare results, and it was exciting. That physically was exciting. So I miss it. Yes, I miss it. So what else? Again, so school was also fun. I think the realest friends that I've had, so my school were the first batch to complete BEC. So what the magic 12 or 14? Can't remember when I knew it was there some 2 digits. When 18, and 12 Christ, not 18, sorry. So it was the early times, but it was challenging, having to know that we were the first to sit for the BC, to make to be the pathfinders where others will follow, because people proud to our turn, when they got to JSS 3, they left to other schools to go and finish with the exam. Okay. Alright, so the other aspect, parents. Mom was fun. So there is the catch. Daddy was barely around. Daddy was overseas, trying to become the big man, the hero of the house. Put food on the table for everyone. I believe it wasn't quite a rosy one for him, though that wasn't the picture we got then. Now I can say this with the experience of hindsight, because being a man, as people say, maybe joke. So So daddy was not around, but mommy took us. Our lives were like the trio: church, house, school, church, house, school. That was basically the life that we lived in. It was still fun though, because that's the only thing we knew compared to fun. Yeah. And then what else do you want to know? I had friends. So typically, I'm not really the easygoing, making friends kind of person. But I try. And there was one time I remember I told somebody that I'm not really friendly like that. The person said, "Lie." I'm like, yeah, I really try. I really try to go all out for people, because so this one will bring me to the next point, which suggests that I like ministry. I enjoy ministry a lot, and I believe that ministry is all about relationships. So once you miss relationship, you've missed ministry. Yeah. And what else do you want to know? Okay, so about today's I do a lot of stuff. Like this video you're watching, I edited it. I took it myself. I edited the sound and everything. That I do a lot of stuff. But majorly what I do is I'm a ministry person. I'm a church boy. I'm a ministry person. I've been called to serve Christ to everyone who needs Him. I've been called to preach Christ to everyone who needs Him. I've been called to preach the Word of God and help depopulate hell, and bring more people to the narrow gate that and myself, I'm not a signboard, and myself to the narrow gate that leads to our salvation. So I've been called. I believe that I'm part of the people who are to preach the kingdom message, and by virtue of that, God will honor His word concerning our lives, or His word, and then move in our favor in all things that we do. Yes, whether He moves or not, we'll still do it anyway. But that's basically that. How did I get to know this? So I think I can actually backdate everything to mom and Sunday school. Mom made sure we actually took a part of everything that was happening in Sunday school. So I don't remember being too serious about Sunday school, because though I attended, but I wasn't very active. As in, my lifestyle is kind of a reserved person. At a certain point, I realized I could tease. And I don't think it's a nice thing to say on camera, but that's basically the edge. And but I am a ministry person, so okay. So at one point, I realized I was doing things that I ordinarily would not do, things that I had not thought of doing, things I had not thought of seeing or saying. And it's, though I didn't know it then, but because of the environment that I found myself in, and the environment was the church, the environment was Christ, the environment was everything Christ oriented life, it was easy for me to know that I actually was a church material. That's it. So I started off with singing. It was terrible. It was terrible, yeah. And when a Pentecost man tells you that I started off with singing, you can actually tell how terrible it was. Until I need to tell this story. Until I chanced on this man, Joe Beecham, Pastor Joe Beecham. Yes, Pastor Joe Beecham. May God richly bless you. I remember I sent him a message on Facebook telling him how much of a blessing he has been to me, even from a remote place. So when Joe Beecham came out with the album, I've forgotten the title of the album, but I know Fache was one of them. Major for to leave us to also so. Alright, so I can go on and on and on. And it was as little as I was, those song, the words in the song hit me. It did really hit me. So I fell in love with everything Joe Mitchell and Joby Chairman. I would say that was the only time I actually skipped church those days, was to find myself soaking at the songs, the words, the lyrics, everything about that song was great. I think Koda worked on that song, right? Yeah, everything on that song was great. So it was a seed deposited in me, and I wanted to do something about that. So yeah. Okay, so it's how did it start it? So I started like Sunday school, doing something little here and there, trying to play the instrument, trying to do what not, and then one day I found myself in a choir academy, and the choir outreach. This is the outreach choir, guys. I forgot to invite. Hey, I think it was the outreach choir, and everything there was good. Everything there was solid. And then there was now Minister Osabote was my school prefect, and he could sing. And then those days, Reverend Pastor Nyokan will come to my home, and I had a feminine touch of the voice. So we were the guys doing soprano and high tenor then, and everywhere you see me, my guys will tell you I'll be singing, and I realized I liked more of the foreign songs than of the local songs. So it didn't make sense to me when I was singing the local song. The local song was sort of, quote unquote, please forgive me, that was what I thought then. Now I've changed my mind. It was boring. So that was what I thought then. Okay, so we'll continue some other time. Because I think people are going to murder me after hearing the fact that I said that local song was boring. But it is not. That was what I thought. I was a child. I have grown. I've come to love local songs and how we're supposed to present it. So God bless you to meet again. Bye for now. I'm Michael Alphonse. Bye for now.